Welcome to Curro Klerksdorp. This visual feast will aid you to make the selection of subjects best suited to you. The FET phase is the final in your school career and needs to bear much fruit to ensure that your tertiary journey will be easy to navigate and ultimately allow you to achieve your life goals. You will get a brief idea of what every subject offered here at school entails. Please feel free to engage with the educators if you have any further questions or concerns. They will gladly assist you. Together with the results of your aptitude test and a complete information booklet about the school subjects on offer, we are confident that you will be equipped to make an informed subject selection for next year.
In life sciences, we have 4 strands. In the first strands, they learn what happens inside of cells, and we do some chemical experiments. They also learn about the cells and the tissues themselves with a variety of microscopes that we have at school. In the second strand, they learn what happens inside of the human body, as well as plants and animals. Then in our third strand, they learn about the environment. We take them outside on excursions and camps, and we teach them about the human impact on the environment as well. We encourage the learners to take part in the Science Expo to maybe win a prize or a bursary. In our last strand, they learn about biodiversity as well as evolution. We have some 3D printed fossils like Homo naledi here to ensure that the learners understand these concepts better. In this subject, we also have a lot of hands-on activities, as you can see here, and this facilitates the learning process. We do a lot of dissections, and we have a camera that helps to facilitate the teaching and learning so that the learners can follow what happens on screen. In this subject, we have a lot of exposure to live organisms like the snake that we have in the cage there. And this ensures that learners, when they finish school, they have a love for all kinds of living organisms. It is very important to remember that if learners want to go and study any of these kind of directions in biology, they need to make sure that they have pure maths and physical sciences, since 90% of these directions need those subjects as well.
Okay guys, this is science, and what I'm going to demonstrate here is static electricity. Science is all around us, and this is exactly what happens when we have lightning. You can see that the dome is charged and the rope will stand on end. So the charges will remain there, and if I switch this off, you will see that the rope will stand on end. So I need to discharge it so that the rope can go back down again. And this is pretty much what happens when lightning strikes the ground. It's a discharge that's taking place between the clouds and the ground. Here I'm going to demonstrate a chemical reaction where we are going to take hydrogen peroxide, and I'm adding about 20 moles of that into the measuring cylinder. And to that I'm just adding dishwashing liquid, a few drops of that, and then our secret ingredient. It is potassium iodide. So I'm going to add some of that, about a spoonful of that, and let's observe. Alright, and you can actually see it's a very nice reaction. And if you actually touch the foam, it feels very hot. And this is a demonstration of an exothermic reaction where energy is actually released into the environment. And we get many of those reactions in chemistry. Here I'm going to do another demonstration. I'm going to look at the reactivity of certain metals. Now we don't think that metals can react very quickly, but if I take this, which is potassium, and I'm just going to break it a bit, and I'm going to add some of it into water, and you can actually see it burns with a purple flame and it releases a bit of smoke as well. Let me just throw in another bit. Okay, so this is just to show how certain metals can react with a simple substance such as water. And like I said, science is everywhere around you, and there's lots of things that you can go and do with science. Okay guys, now I'm going to talk to you about careers. In physics, there's quite a lot of things that you can go and do. You can become an aeronautical engineer, you can become an architect, you can join the Air Force, you can become a pilot, any form of engineering. You can become a physicist, a physics teacher. You can even become a journalist where you cover scientific programs or scientific investigations. For chemistry, on the other hand, you can become a chemist, you can become a pharmacist. It's also a very important subject if you want to become a doctor. You can also become a lecturer at university. You can become a quality controller. You can become a health inspector. You can become a conservationist. Also engineering, certain forms of engineering requires chemistry knowledge. You can also become a water technologist. You can become a zoologist and even a wine taster. So there's really quite a big scope or huge scope. There's many careers that you can follow when you do physics and chemistry.
Welcome to Engineering Graphics and Design. In Engineering Graphics and Design, we make use of our drawing skills in order to convey information from one person to another. The subject consists out of 3 different parts: civil, mechanical, and CAD. Civil drawings are when we draw things like buildings, houses, and other structures like the shade board you guys sit underneath during break time. That structure was actually designed by one of our previous students, Ezra Gabru. Mechanical drawings is when we draw things like car parts, castings, and other mechanical devices. CAD drawings are when we use our computer and we use programs like TurboCAD, AutoCAD, or Fusion 360 in order for us to finish our drawings. Over here we have an example of a sectional view of a building that has been drawn up by one of our current grade 12 students. And then we go over to our 3D printer. Currently our 3D printer is printing out a model that was designed on one of the programs like Fusion 360. The people that should take engineering graphics and design are the students that are interested in becoming engineers, architects, and draftsmen. I am looking forward to seeing you in my class next year.
Welcome to the Curro Mathematics Department, where dedicated educators will help you reach your full potential in one or more of the 3 streams offered. Core Mathematics is taught by Mrs. de Jong, Mr. Ragube, and Mrs. Kruger. Core Mathematics is the door that leads to many degrees in the scientific, medical, financial, and engineering fields. You should consider this subject if you enjoy logical and pattern development. Core Mathematics is a high-demand subject, and to help you achieve these demands, we have extended lessons, 1 afternoon a week, as well as a possible winter school for our grade 12s. This is necessary to help develop you into the confident mathematician with the all-needed I-can-do attitude. Mathematical literacy is taught by Mr. Kruger. The future Maths Lit learner is someone who will not require core mathematics to complete a tertiary qualification in aspects such as entrepreneurship, the arts, legal matters, commercial and linguistic areas. Learners who have struggled with core mathematics in grade 9 will also find a niche to excel here. Mathematical literacy is very useful in teaching the skills needed for everyday life maths. You will explore the aspects of budgeting, completing tax returns, and how to complete household projects. You will also explore map analysis and scale diagrams. Additional mathematics will be taught by Mr. Ragube and Mrs. Kruger. The learner who is currently achieving 75% or more in core mathematics in grade 9 and would like to give themselves that added advantage and intellectual edge at university should consider taking this subject. The curriculum contains elements that will help you better understand university mathematics. Add Maths is an 8th subject and as such will be completed in contact sessions after school. This is a worthwhile investment of time when taking the advantage for securing a place in the BSc, Medical, BCom, Engineering and Actuarial Science fields into consideration. So make your choice and join us in 2021, where we will embark on your FET journey and make many mathy memories with you.
Computers form part of our daily lives, and no matter what you want to do after your schooling career, your life will always be influenced by computers. Whether you plan to follow a career in computers or if your career involves using a computer to assist in your daily activities at work or when studying, there is no career in this 21st century where computers are not involved in some or other way. Welcome to the Computer Center. Here at Curro Klerksdorp, we offer two computer-related subjects, Information Technology and Computer Applications Technology, which we refer to as IT and CAT. When you consider a career in IT, for example, a programmer, system analyst, or if you would like to be technically involved in computers or networks, then IT is the subject for you. There are many career opportunities should you consider taking IT. Especially as we are so dependent on different devices and remote work, new careers are developing in the IT field daily. Currently, there is a shortage of computer programmers in South Africa, so career opportunities are in demand. Taking IT as a subject, you learn what a computer can do by focusing on the theoretical part of all the components that a computer consists of and their functions. You will learn how to create something from scratch and how to code. Here we use Java as programming language. To be successful in IT, you need to like solving problems and know maths functions. Learners unable to understand programming concepts get frustrated and are more likely to change to another subject in the FET phase. Thus, we suggest that only learners who take mathematics as a subject may choose IT. IT is perceived as a difficult subject because of the amount of work and time that is demanded, and we would recommend taking IT as a subject should you consider a career in IT and not just taking it for fun. Please also note that should there not be more than 12 learners selecting IT next year, the subject will only be offered on a part-time basis. Should you not consider a career in IT, but am interested in computers and want to learn how to use a computer effectively, then CAT will definitely be the correct choice. Knowledge of CAT will help you tremendously after school in the use of computers to make your daily lives easier, whether it will be for your studies or using a computer at work. In CAT, we will focus on Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint and Access. We also cover some basic programming features by using HTML to create your own websites. There is also a theoretical component, but not in as much detail as required in IT. The knowledge that you will gain from CAT will enable you to understand how a computer works and to buy the correct device for a specific need. CAT is a practical subject and will require a lot of practice, and we will recommend you have access to a computer at home when considering CAT as a subject. If you are dedicated, you will be successful in this subject. With CAT, you will be computer literate, and some universities will exempt you from doing a computer literacy subject in the first year of study. CAT is a subject you will definitely use after school. So I hope to see you next year in either CAT or IT class, or even both.
What is travel and tourism? Tourism is the study of the activities, services, and industries that deliver a travel experience to groups or individuals. It is the study of the expectations and behavior of tourists, as well as the economic, social, and environmental impact of tourism on South Africa. The main topics in the tourism curriculum are as follows: the tourism sector, map work and tour planning that will combine well with geography, tourism attractions, sustainable and responsible tourism, domestic, regional and international tourism, in and out of South Africa, cultural and heritage tourism, foreign exchange, communication and customer care, and finally, marketing. So what job opportunities do we have in travel and tourism? Travel and tourism is one of the largest service sectors in service delivery. It is measured in terms of its contribution to the economy and the creation of lots of employment opportunities worldwide. Areas of employment include travel agencies, tour operators, lodging and catering, transport, information and guidance providers, and attractions. In conclusion, tourism is an ever-growing and ever-developing field that provides millions of jobs and business opportunities. The travel and tourism industry supports more than 292 million jobs around the world. Travel and tourism contributes more than 10.2% to the global GDP. With travel and tourism, the sky is the limit.
Welcome to Geography Department. Geography is a matter of all sciences with reference to Earth and its people. This is the study of the physical features of Earth and its atmosphere, the human activities as it affects and it is affected by this, including the distribution of population, resources, political and economic activities. In geography, we have different branches, such as human, physical, and environmental geography. There are so many careers that we find in geography, such as cartographer, climatology, consultant, demographer, economic development officer, GIS specialist, hydrographer, researcher, urban planner, a teacher, remote sensing analyst, transportation management, etc. And all of this can be found in different universities that are well known, such as University of Pretoria, VET, UCT, University of Johannesburg, University in South Africa, Stellenbosch, and Northwest University. And also this includes many colleges and technicons that we find across South Africa. In geography, we believe in 21st century education. We believe in exploration and fieldwork. Not only do we do the theoretical part of geography, but we also do researches, presentations, and excursions. Technology and geography, it has been interlinked in today's days because we believe in 21st century. Geographical research, it has shown that technological change can change the effect of distance on human interaction, whether direct human interaction or larger spatial structures such as the central place systems. The fact that now we are in a fourth industrial revolution, which represents a new era of innovation in technology that will enhance human-machine relationship, unlock new market opportunities, and fuel growth across the global economy. It has given an opportunity to the geographers to use the global positioning system, which is GPS, uses ground transmitters and satellites orbiting the Earth to identify the location of the Earth's surface. By using geographical information system, we can be able now to store, edit, analyze, display all the geographical data that have been collected through the GPS, RS, and other technologies. With such, we can be able now to create different maps. In GIS, we use different layers to be able now to integrate all the data so that we can be able now to get a formal map. We use softwares such as ArcGIS and others that are available for the school purposes. We can be able now to create our own maps throughout South Africa. We have created one of the map of Joburg here in Klerksdorp using the ArcGIS that has been created by SARTA. This has created an opportunity for most of the school now to be able now to do their own maps without any hassle.
The purpose of this discussion is to assist you with a very important decision of subject choices. We will inform you about the commercial subjects offered at our school. This is Mrs. Kuhn. She is the Senior Teacher Business Studies, Mr. Lowe, Senior Teacher Economics, and myself, Senior Teacher Accounting. Calvin and Elise, do you know what the benefits of accounting is?
Two attractive benefits are: accounting is the constant in an ever-changing economy. It doesn't matter if the economy is in growth or recession. Accounting will always remain the same. The second one would be, accounting will teach you to be financially literate. This can help you to manage your own finances. It will assist you to understand how to budget, to save, inform you about investments and interest.
Accounting is also interesting. People tend to think that it's boring and repetitive, but it's not. Accounting will challenge you to think outside the box and stimulate all your problem-solving and analytical thinking skills.
Accounting also offers endless opportunities. You can start your own business, work in the public sector, or travel overseas to build your career. It gives you a stable platform to take risks. According to the South African Institute for Chartered Accountants, South Africa is currently in need of 22,000 accountants. The future is bright, as there will be a 10% growth in employment in the accounting industry between 2016 and 2026.
Should a learner be interested in doing accounting, what skills should they have to achieve good results?
Skills required to be successful in accounting involves problem-solving skills, critical and analytical thinking skills, and the learner must be a hard and committed worker.
Another important subject is business studies, which is important because at some point in your life we will all encounter the world of business. It's therefore necessary to be prepared to engage in business activity with confidence and competence by understanding how businesses function and the role it plays in our society.
Why do you think learners should consider business studies as a subject?
Studying business involves not only studying individuals, communities and organizations, it involves assessing their needs and problems as well as generating solutions. This subject builds a strong foundation for those students who wish to move on to further study and training in specialized areas such as management, international business, marketing, accounting, information and communication technology, as well as entrepreneurship.
Business studies is a living subject that covers day-to-day news and issues. Elise, can you inform us on the study skills required to achieve excellent results?
Skills gained from studying business studies include, but is definitely not limited to, understanding how organizations work, strong communication skills, analytical and critical thinking, problem solving, logical thinking, presentation and report writing skills.
An exciting new subject that will be offered next year is economics.
Why economics?
Economics will help you to understand certain aspects of our economy and certain decisions that are made by our government. A perfect example is the decisions made by our government during the COVID-19 pandemic. With the background of economics, you can understand why certain decisions are made and how these decisions will influence certain aspects of our economy. Economics is more than just a subject, it's a lifestyle. You will learn about macroeconomics, microeconomics, inflation, and the different types of markets. All of these concepts will help you in your everyday life and in the work environment.
Accounting is all about finance, but what is the difference between economics and business studies?
In economics, we will have a look at the macroeconomic system. That is the economic system of a country. We will also have a look at the microeconomic system, the economic system of a household or a business. In business studies, you have a focus on the business aspects, where in economics we do not focus on the business alone. We look at a few other aspects and the broader concepts of business.
A commercial student will have certain career opportunities. Calvin, can you give us some more information about this?
With commercial subjects such as accounting, business studies, economics, you can enroll in the following degrees, just to mention a few. accounting sciences, economics, business management, human resource management, auditing, investment management, and law.
Commercial subjects will open the door to a bright future. We hope to see you in class next year.
Good day, I'm Mrs. Carter and I teach Consumer Studies. Consumer Studies makes you aware of a certain lifestyle where you add value to yourself, people around you, and the environment you live in. It is probably the only subject that prepares you with skills to use for the rest of your life. The general aim of this subject is to teach you to be a responsible and informed consumer. Consumer Studies is a diverse subject which overlaps with life science, business studies, and maths literacy. It has two components, the theory and practical. The largest section in the syllabus is food and nutrition. This gives us the opportunity to go into the kitchen where you will learn about the different ways to prepare food, the skills needed, and methods like mixing, cutting in, baking, and decorating. You will also learn how to read, interpret, and write a recipe, meal planning, and menus. Other topics in the syllabus are fashion and interior, housing, and entrepreneurship. The knowledge of this subject will open doors for you as there are many careers to choose from, focusing on food only, starting your own food blog, becoming a chef, a food journalist and photographer, a food scientist, a product developer, and of course, starting your own business. Consumer Studies needs commitment, creativity, and hard work. To keep up with our ever-changing world, you need inspiration and drive as consumer needs change every day.
Each learner wishing to choose visual art should have a passion for art and art history. He or she should also have the required talents, as these will not be taught from scratch. His or her work ethic needs to be of a high standard in order to excel in art. This subject is all about research and analyzing historical figures, events, and works of art. Within those themes and historical timelines, you will be required to create formal research essays, oral presentations, and analyze artworks to demonstrate your knowledge. Then you will be required to apply the art techniques, subject matter, and mediums in a practical manner. A degree in visual arts can lead you to a thrilling career and life as an artist. This list is not extensive, but it provides a solid idea of what graduates have gone on to do and what potential careers a visual arts degree can offer. Some of these career choices may require additional education. Art gallery director, cartoonist, curator, fashion designer, graphic designer, illustrator, interior decorator, jewelry designer, landscape designer, and tattoo artist.
In conclusion, I hope that you have enjoyed watching the video with us and that the information that we shared will help you make informed decisions about your subject choices for next year. It is imperative to make the right decisions because your future depends on it. I urge the parents to please speak to your children and make a decision together and do not force them to take subjects they really don't want to. At the end of the day, it is their future and it is their life. Grade 9s, we look forward to next year and welcoming you to the FET phase in the high school. You are 3 years away from starting a whole new life at university. So I urge you to please go and look and go through the information again. Look at the aptitude test that you've done, the results, as well as the booklet, and make the right choices in life.